you would have still not won.
Hey, what's up? So we're doing my Sandguard deck profile today. I used this deck to get top 32, but the list changed at my Worlds qualifier. Unfortunately, I didn't get my invite, but this deck's still really good. That was my first tournament ever. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, this is post-comic booster. So the starter I run is Milius.
I always do that.
I think it comes down to when you want to call a grade 2 to get your violinist, your twin sword, your swordmy, or any of your other grade 2s. It just offers your dad's toolbox, as I call it. This deck's name, by the way, is your girlfriend's shotgun. Your girlfriend's dad's shotgun. And then next for your grade 3s, you can play 4 Sanctuary Guard. You can honestly just play these for the name.
Why is there so many freaking Lego?
So, Limit Break 4, for each grade 1 or less, he gains 3k. Rarely comes into play, but I just like to have it since we flip the board pretty quickly. So just having a Limit Break enabler early game just helps force a no guard. And also when he's placed on Vanguard, you discard a card, search your deck for a grade 1 or less Royal Paladin. So, yeah. I just play him for the name, so I have him for Sandguard Regale. We'll get into him later. Next I play 1 guarantee for Guaranteed Sanctuary Yard.
Oh my god. This card good.
And next I play 2 of Bay for her Limit Break. And I usually use her to flip a board pretty quickly. Since we could search out the Limit Break enabler with Swordmy, we use this when for Limit Break being able to retire an opponent's front row. Really useful against Silent Tom, my mortal enemy. So yeah. And when her other effect is once we use her Limit Break by locking a Jewel Knight, we get to search our deck for a Jewel Knight. So it just helps us call our main card of the deck, Swordmy, which I'll get into right now. We run 4 Swordmys. All of us should know what he does. When he's placed on rear guard, counterblast 1 Jewel Knight. Search our deck for a grade 1 or less Jewel Knight. We run a lot of targets, so this is very usable.
And as Sean likes to say it, whenever he takes one of these, this is taking $30 worth of damage.
Yeah, this is taking $30 worth of damage. You guys don't know how it feels when you damage check 3 of them. That's basically $100.
It feels like, remember the time I made you take 3 Regalia? 3 of Sandguard?
Next I play 2 Starlight Violinist. He's basically my main right target, and he could be comboed with Twin Sword to get 5 fully powered attacks. So when he's placed on Vanguard or Vanguard, you counterblast 1, soul blast 1. Search your deck for any grade 2, not named himself. So yeah, just being able to search out a Twin Sword or a Swordmy to combo off your plays, really nice. Next I play 3-dotted Twin Sword, so he allows us to get an extra attack in really late game or early game. Just when we're like behind in damage, we can use him. So when he's boosted, we counterblast 1, search our deck for a grade 2, other than himself, call it to rearguard and shuffle our deck. So I usually call Violinist, use Violinist skill, call Twin Sword on top, and have the booster still in. So next I play 1 Tracy, just says Jewel Knight 12k if I have 3 or more Jewel Knights. Really comes into play, but I cut the other Tracy's for this guy. 2 Brolling Jewel Knight Altera. So his effect is Soul Blast 1. When he hits a Vanguard, we have 3 or more Jewel Knights. We search our deck for a grade 1 or less with Jewel Knight. We search our deck for a grade 1 or less Jewel Knight. Call it to rearguard and shuffle our deck. So early game, when we have like a full board class, we use this to get a 4th attack. And late game, we use this to call Cymbeline to pop up our other Jewel Knights, which we'll get into right now. So next we run 4 Cymbeline. Cymbeline is when he's
I need more warriors though.
When he's called to rearguard, we rest him. If we have 3 or more Jewel Knights, we choose a Jewel Knight and give it 10k. I just think that it's really nice being able to pump up our columns to hit 28, 31, etc., etc. Next I play 4 Jewel Knight Perfect Guards. I know sometimes you won't call a Perfect Guard, but sometimes I'd rather just have this for the Swordmy since we have to have Jewel Knight damage. So, yeah. And I also like having this as a backup option for a Swordly call if we really need to do it.
You want to attack Cedric?
No. Next I play 3 of the Stride Enablers, Laurel Knight Sisyphus. I really like Laurel Knight Sisyphus in here. Just being able to discard him and being able to stride is really nice.
Okay.
Next I play 1 Limit Break Enabler. We only really need 1 since we can search him out with Swordmy. And then Swordmy being so OP gets him out early so we can use him for our dump.
You can also search him out through Sanctuary Guard.
Yeah, and you can also search him out through Sanctuary Guard. Thanks, Raul.
Yeah, they already banned.
Next I played 2 Shelly. So she's the Jewel Knight 10k. I just like to put her up front on my Regalia turns, and then just swing for big numbers so they can't guard. And combo that with the stand trigger, which we'll get into in a sec. Can reach some really high numbers. Next I'm playing 8 crits. They're Jewel Knight crits. This critical trigger at the end of the turn if we have a Jewel Knight Vanguard, so that's why we're running Ashley Reverse. And after it attacks at the end of the turn, if we have 3 or more other Jewel Knights, we draw a card and put this card to the top of our deck and shuffle. Just being able to return a trigger to our deck I think is really strong, so that's why I'm maxing it out.
Are you going to attack rear?
I'm doing my 12k rear.
Next I play 4 stand triggers. I just really think having the stands late game is really nice and early game. I usually go with this with Algaro and get some more attacks in with him because really one hit. Every time I seem to get off a Gilliard, I seem to win. So yeah, this is Superstition and of course 4 heals. You gotta have your cats. If you notice all our triggers are Jewel Knights because we want Swordmy damage. Swordmy fool, as I call it. Swordmy kibble. Next for the grade 4s, I'm playing 2 Safeguard Regale. So, continuous, Vanguard Circle, I have a Sanctuary Guard Heart. My whole front row gets plus 3 for each of my grade 1 LS rears. So this hits huge numbers. 2 Saintblow, late game. When we flip a copy of him face up, he gains plus 15 and a crit. Just forcing a perfect guard or a no guard, really strong. Samuel gets my opponents from 4 to 5 if I have 5 rearguards. Game late searches out grade 2s. And Alt Mile for comboing off our grade 2s and stuff. So Godblade just really helps force a perfect guard. Samuel really helps against those control matchups where we want to push. And Alt Mile just helps us refill our board since basically it has the same amount of use as Sanctuary Guard. Anyway guys, thank you all for watching my deck profile. Hope I explained it well, and I'll see you next time.